Right guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. And today, as you guys are already aware, I am riding the new, brand spanking new Triumph Bonneville Bobber Black. I've been so excited to ride this bike. I haven't had the opportunity to do it yet. Drooling at the mouth to have the opportunity to ride this bad boy. The day has arrived, it's dawned, it's happening, and here we are. Without further ado, let's get into the review. Instantly, I can feel that there's a huge array of differences from the Bobber Black to the original Bobber. A core few that are really, really important you need to talk about. One of my biggest gripes with the original Bobber was the brakes. I didn't think they were super awesome. I thought they needed some level of rework, and that is exactly what Triumph have done with this bad boy. So instead of having just a single disc on the front, it has twin Brembo brakes on the front, which are brilliant, absolutely awesome. It makes the bike actually able to stop very quickly, because this isn't a very light motorcycle. I'll put up the weight here. It makes such a difference having the dual calipers. Oh wow. And also the most noticeable change as well would be the big fat 16-inch wheel and a really fat tyre. Contrary to popular opinion, that basically makes this bike handle a lot better, because in the original Bobber they said, you know, it's a very nimble motorcycle designed for going around country B roads and things like that. I honestly felt that it needed a little bit more of handling. The front tyre makes it so flickable. Like, look at this is wonderful. For a cruiser slash Bobber, that is incredible. Counter steering on this bike is seamless for the riding position. It's brilliant. Definitely beats other bikes in its sort of class, like the Indian Sportster and the Harley Davidson 48. The other awesome thing about this bike is the engine. So this uses a 1200cc parallel twin, the same engine that pretty much the T120, the Thruxton and the Thruxton R uses, but just geared slightly differently. So it has quite a bit less horsepower, just under 20 or so, than the Thruxton R. So the Bobber Black puts out about 76 horses. Now we're going to go over here. We're going to actually try some country B-roads now to see what this monster is actually able to do. So, but what that means is that it puts out 106, just over Newton meters of torque at 4,000 RPM, and that is just huge. Look at that, that is wonderful, and it's a screamer. Woo! Gonna stick to the 30 mph speed limit. To be fair though, it does feel quite nice to get off the highway. I don't think this is meant for motorways or commuting at all. Like, this is a brilliant bike if you're adding it to your collection. Same horsepower as the original Bobber. Now I am being very cautious actually going around corners and things, because I found that on the original Bobber I was actually scraping pegs at a very sort of small lean angle. That's a bit of a pickly situation. Whoa! Straight up to the speed limit. Beautiful. I feel that these actually are slightly better. I think the whole sort of ride height of the bike has been increased with the beefy front tyre, and you can really feel it. I don't feel that my pegs are going to touch the floor. So now we're going around these wonderful little B-roads. You want to get on your side of the lane, mate? Thank you very much. I don't feel worried about the ground clearances, which is definitely worthwhile. Aesthetically, I love it. But it's so planted. It's so planted. Just look at that. No handlebars at all. It's so planted. So planted. Clutches upshifting is nice as well. There's no clunkiness at all to the gearbox. It's a nice mechanical feel, the upshift. Once you're at this sort of like max torque RPMs, about 4 grand, it really just goes all day long. Let's see what the rear brake can do. Rear brake is decent. It's a single Brembo rear brake. I think it's a single piston, I think. Woo! Really bang through the gears on this bad boy. Careful around these roads, they're very bumpy. Well, let's talk about the ride itself. I think the twin showers at the front are wonderful. You know, it's not going to be the smoothest of bikes, no Bobbers are, but the front forks are fabulous. Look, this road is a pile of crap, pile of steaming shit. I'm not feeling uncomfortable, I'm not feeling vibrated to death. And they handle these bumps just superbly. Let's avoid the horse shit there on the floor. The single rear suspension is also very comfortable. The rear seat is like a little bucket, and it just sort of caresses your buttocks. And the single monoshock on the back really does a great job at just sort of keeping your ass from getting all battered and bruised, which is wonderful. Oh, that's a bit of a tight one, eh? UK mail parcels. These roads are great, but you do get a lot of people fucking spanking it down here. Woo! You guys can actually see that it's actually snowing right now. Trying to avoid the highways because obviously the wind resistance on this isn't super. Right, let's try out this cruise control malarkey. So, single push button. It's now on. Boom! Got about 51 mile an hour in 4th gear. Wonderful. You can just cruise, mate. Super easy to do. Turn it off, press it again. Turn it off, you just hold on the button. You want to get up to 60 again. Cruise control is now active. Back on 50. And then if you accelerate, it turns off. Or if you brake, it turns off. Or if you change gear, it turns off. So very easy to use. You guys can see the snow sort of coming out here. It's very cold. So easy to ride. What I love about parallel twin engines is that they're just so not vibrationy. They offer nice torque. They're not chunky. They don't chug around. They don't suffer in low speed and low RPMs. So standard for Triumph is they have integrated kill switch and starter button, which is up here. You have ride mode. So right now we're in road mode. We have rain mode and road mode. Who do you know that? And to change the modes when you're riding, you can do it, unlike on other bikes. You just put in the clutch all the way. Let's look at the cluster here in more detail. So we have a gear shift indicator. So right now we're in 2nd. Speed limit. Avoid the water here. So obviously now we're in 3rd, 4th. Keeps up to date with everything wonderfully. Indicators on the left, you have an information button here, you press I. You can see your RPM, so right now we're at 2,900 RPM, 150 miles done on this bike. This is a brand spanking new bike. Trip 1 information, trip 2 information, miles per gallon, which is pretty cool. We're getting 80 mpg right now, which is mental. Average miles per gallon, so that would be 52. And what I like about these is that it shows you how many miles you have left. You need to get your ass to a petrol station before you run out of fuel. It's impossible to moan about the mirrors. These are superb. You don't have to move your shoulders out the way at all. You can just keep your riding position. You can just tuck down with your eyes a little bit and you can see exactly what's going on behind you. Wonderful. On most bikes you always want to get rid of the bloody stop mirrors because they're just arse. I feel like 2nd is better here for this road. Definitely better. Let's watch out for all the gravel down here. Nasty stuff. Very nasty gravel there. Let's take some pitch time here. Off-roading on a bobber. What up, sign? That's a cool little location, that is. And the sun's out now, which is nice. Not over there though, it looks like shite. So this bike retails at £11,650 standard. It's about £1,000 more than the old bobber, which if you ask me seems quite reasonable considering that you're getting a absolutely premium bike that looks the bollocks, sounds the bollocks, and it's actually a bobber that is super sporty and reliable. Now I'm not just sucking on Triumph schlong for any reason other than that is my genuine opinion of this bike. Like, you guys know me, like I don't fuck around. I don't tell you I like something if I hate it. So if I had £11,650, I would go out and buy one. Without hesitation, I would add one of these to my collection. Pushing it around is actually fairly easy as well. And it's not, I mean, it's a heavy motor, sure, but it's not like so heavy that it's going to cause any issue. You need to slow speed maneuver or move it around a car park or something like that. No, not at all. Now for me, obviously this doesn't have the most horsepower in the world. But for me, what matters for real world usability of engines, torque. And this has shitloads of it. Smash on the cruise control, boys. You can eat your lunch like this. You know, just get your sandwiches out of your backpack, you know, that your mum packed for you. All those Satsumas. I may be slightly lost, I will never admit it, but at the end of the day, it's not a bad problem if you get lost on one of these. Right, let's see how it's like getting up to speed on the dual carriageway. No, don't worry. Don't worry. I'll just stay here then. Fuckers. I'm going to take this baby back and put her away before the snow gets to her. A massive thank you to Destination Triumph Washington for letting me demo this Bobber Black. This is a demonstrator. I will put their link to their website in the description. Go check them out. And if you guys want to buy any motorcycle biznits or shiznits or diznits or actual bikes, any Triumph motorcycles, go through these guys, man. You won't be disappointed. Peace out, boys and girls, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.